Can you tell some funny or interesting stories from a massage experience? There's a lot. I guess a funny thing that I learned that surprised me a lot becoming a massage therapist is that the human body, of course, is very good at adapting, and sometimes does so because of your own shortcomings. So what I'm referring to is that if you don't take good care of your body, it can decide things for you. Basically, so when working as a massage therapist, we had a lot of practice on people who came in and basically got a free massage, but on the condition that the massage was dictated by what we were studying that week. So you know, we got to focus on whatever we needed to do.
10 seconds.
And one week we were working on shoulders, and of course, very common area to focus for massage, but we're working on shoulders, and the person that I had to work on was a little bit unique because this person was missing a muscle. And that's a really strange thing when you start working on someone. The muscle is just not there. So it turns out a few muscles in the body can completely just be dismantled by the body if they are so neglected and so poor off that there's not much blood going through them and so on. Like, there's like, we're talking horrible level of neglect. Yeah, extreme atrophy, exactly. If you have extreme atrophy, you can get to the point of your body just saying, okay, nope, and removing a muscle. In particular, the person that I was working on had no supraspinatus, which is a muscle that tucks in on the top of your... how to describe it? It's hard to describe where it sits, but it sits in a little bit of a fold and generally has really poor blood flow in general. It's very common. Most people have very tense supraspinatus in general. It's not rare, but this person was beyond anything. So on the right side, it didn't have one. It was just gone. And I, you know, didn't tell me about that, of course. So I'm just like there about to start working, and I'm like, what the fuck? Am I stupid, or what is this shoulder? I can't recognize. So I had to, you know, I kind of like waved over my teacher as like, can we confirm that this is just gone here? The person that I was working on did know this, but didn't decide to tell it. You know, the person did confirm that, yeah, I've been here before, and they've said that this muscle is indeed gone. So yeah, the person was straight up missing a muscle, which is not very, very common. It's extremely uncommon, and just a random weird experience, weird story. What a troll. I did get trolled a little bit. It does lead to that person being unable to do a certain movement. The supraspinatus has one particular movement that it is the only muscle that facilitates, and that is the start. So if you're sitting on a chair with your arm straight down the side, and you try to raise your arm out to the side, straight out, then the first little bit of movement, it is the only muscle that can start the first little bit of movement there. So people who don't have that muscle tend to like throw their arm up. Like, they don't necessarily notice that they don't have it, right? But
the trail is fresh.
In everyday life, they will just work around it. If they're reaching something, they won't like, oh, I can't lift my arm. They will just lift it in a different way and not really think about it.
Elude me not.
Exactly, body compensates subconsciously. Yeah, people just, you know, move a little bit differently.
Readily. clearly.
Okay, I should probably send out my bottle. Am I not sending it? Jesus.
My purpose is clear.
Upward massage source gold. That's a surprisingly practical one.
The truth is near.
I guess so. I mean, I have a lot of stories from the time that I worked.
Purpose is clear.
I didn't work for very long with massage. It was just about a year. But
Now I see.
between the studying to become a massage therapist and the time that I worked with it, built up quite a few stories already.
By my oath.
My biggest claim to fame from being a massage therapist is that I've corrected a dislocated shoulder. Poggers. I have done something with my training, which was not necessarily mainly what I was trained in doing, but I was shown how to do that because my chiropractor teacher
So it is revealed.
showed us once in class and explained how he had to do it during his time working with the sports team. I think handball,
What secrets
like
shall be
women's
exposed?
handball or something.
The trail is fresh.
I did it on a drugged up drunk,
Elude me not. Ah, denied.
which I don't know if it made it easier or harder.
Clues to follow. That is clear. Quietly. In pursuit. Oh,
He probably didn't feel any pain from me setting it. Oh, she felt a lot of pain. She, fine, I'll tell the story. I guess we shouldn't do bits and pieces. Let's do the real story. So this is from a time that I was living in a corridor, working as a massage therapist at a summer resort,
in a hidden place with
like about 15 kilometers away from there. So I used to bike to the camping where I was working, and it was a really nice place to work. I worked at a camping that had, you know, a lot of pools and beach and so on, and I just really enjoyed my time there. Anyway, but I lived in a corridor, so a lot of other people who worked summer jobs lived there, and most of them were working as bartenders or there to party or whatever.
revelations.
And my roommate was a guy who worked as a bartender, but his full-time profession was losing money in poker. Because anytime he came home from work, he would just sit down at his computer, a little bit intoxicated, and proceed to lose a lot of money in online poker.
The temple directs.
He was not there one night, and I was just, you know, I was chilling, playing some Dota on my laptop in the room. And
Interesting.
as I was playing, he came in. I was not in a game right then. I was like hanging out with friends, and he has like a crazy look on his face. This was pretty late. It was like 1 or 2 a.m. or something. He had a crazy look on his face. I was like, what the fuck, dude? And he asks me like, hey, you work with massage? And I'm like, yes. It's like
My purpose is
very
clear.
strange thing to rush in with a crazy look on your face to ask me, but and he says, okay, you have to come, you have to come. There's a girl, she needs help, she's injured. I'm like, all right.
The trail is fresh.
So I follow, and out in the stairway, there's a lot of his friends and a girl sitting with her back to the wall, and she is in pain. She is not happy. She is not feeling very good, and she's holding her arm and shoulder.
The next level of my ordination.
I come up to her and I ask her, like, you know, try to talk to her and ask her like what happened. She said that she fell and like someone held onto her arm when she fell, and that
Trail of clues.
like they caught her arm as she fell on the ground, and she got her shoulder dislocated from that.
Mystery.
So it can really happen quite easily, especially for some people. It was not some freak accident more than that. She literally just fell. Someone grabbed her, and that pulled her
It is revealed.
her shoulder out of its location. I tried to talk to her and say that I was gonna help her fix it. I look at her face as I'm talking to her and realize that she is having pupils that are very, very dilated. More so than just, oh, this hurts. And as I keep talking to her a little bit, realize quite quickly that she's definitely a bit, you know, under the influence of not just alcohol. Yeah, it wasn't just shock. No, she was not really all there. I didn't try to investigate further what she, you know, was taking, but whatever. It didn't really matter to me. I was just trying to help her anyway. She had a hard time calming down and relaxing, which is very useful if you're going to fix a dislocated shoulder. It's rough if you are tensing up more. It's going to be harder to set it. But I was shown a technique for how to do this by my chiropractor, and basically the technique comes down to not some like Hollywood like slam your arm against a tree bullshit, but it comes down to putting your elbow, or her elbow, right, towards her belly sort of, and then holding the arm, folding it over so she grabs her other shoulder. It's not very comfortable, but it can work. It is a pretty not a super like fast move, but it is a move that will hurt, so it needs to be sort of fast, because else you're just in pain. Yeah, don't do this. Don't do this, don't try this. I'm not trying to teach anyone how to do it, so I'm not going to talk much more about the technique. But anyway, I tried once, and she does not trust me. She doesn't know me. She's not trusting me. She's very much in the what the fuck, why would I trust this random dude mentality, whereas her friend or my roommate was like, don't worry, let him at least, you know, try to help here. So the first time it doesn't work at all, and it hurts, and she gets nervous.
Give me tango.
But we tried one more time, and it works, and then it feels like a lot of pain disappeared for her. But she was still really not feeling great, and they still had ambulance on the way. So he thanked me more so than her. She was still just mad because everything hurt.
The enemy's top tower brought to ruin.
And then I went back and played Dota. That's my story.
I love it. Yes.
Good ending. Yeah, it was a good ending.
Revelations.
The Mega kills your bottom tower.
It's not time yet. I vow it. Blessings.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
My purpose is clear.
The enemy attacks your bottom tower.
TA, let's kill IO maybe? He's very low.
Okay. I think maybe you just kill him. Yeah, yeah, just kill him.
You can take it. I'm just saving for you.
It's all good.
Strange. Elude me not. I'm not ready.
That is Ozzed, guys.
Newfound wisdom. Readily. Now I see.
I wanna have Snake. Oh, save snakes.
The enemy's middle tower can
Literally just said he wants to save snakes. I pushed them there.
Clues to follow.
The enemy attacks
Not a single snake was harmed in this recording.
sense a mystery. In pursuit of the mysteries.
I have blink. Dazzle, dazzle.
Clearly.
Careful for grave. Trap.
Your top tower is under attack.
Yo, what the
I don't
fuck
know,
is
man.
this? Just melting my towers.
The temple directs. Yes, now. That is clear.
There's a whisper elo here.
To my existence. I know it. Not yet.
Despair.
The truth is all around you, but it hides
Go, go.
unworthy.
Oh, we catch him.
Look to your top tower.
Interesting. I'll hide this away. The temple directs. Illusion. My thanks. I sense a mystery.
So, I guess as we're doing some stories, I guess, okay, so free extra massage story time.
Bottom
When I was
tower
working
is
at
under
that
attack.
same location,
We can fight.
I was in
with,
contact with the owners of the camping, right? Because they're the ones who hired me to work there, and they just wanted to have like a certified massage therapist working on their camping, because that increases the value of their experience, right? Anyway, as I was working there, one day their son is there. He's like, at that point, maybe, I want to say 35 or something, maybe a bit younger, maybe like 30, 32, 35, somewhere there. But he had just come back
Now I see.
from his trip where he went to live with monks in a fucking cloister because he had made
Bottom, 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 bottom.
he had made a lot of money creating an online website that
So be it.
sells goods. He didn't specify to me more which one it was or something, but he was obviously very successful, and you know, to the level that his family's camping didn't really matter. Like
On your guard.
that was at this point a family side business. Like he had made stonks. Yeah, I don't know, cloister, I don't know, maybe not cloister, what's it called? Monks living in a thing? He lived with monks anyway for, I think he said 18 months.
As the temple.
Monastery? Yeah, monastery is the word I was looking for. Thank you. He went to live in a monastery for about 18 months because he just... Why am I being pinged so much?
That is clear.
Because he wanted to get away from
On my way.
development and all the tech that he had been diving down in.
The truth is near.
But listening to that guy tell stories of what he did was really interesting because he's a developer. He's like a coder, right? But as I'm working on him,
Revelations.
Guys can get to
I realized quite quickly that like he's not necessarily like an athlete or something like that, but his body was a lot less tense than almost anyone I had worked on before.
I vow it.
And that's because he said they did a lot of like, you know, different exercises and
Blessings.
you know, basically yoga every day.
Radiant's
And it was
turret
very
has been killed.
cool to work on someone who
Step onto the
who had spent the last 18 months
ultimate price.
not sitting at a computer, not, you know, working
Secret.
regular jobs kind of thing.
Sources reveal.
It's very
I'm not ready. Elude me not.
very interesting.
You came too close to the secrets.
TA, can you join bottom, please?
Found
I
wisdom.
have RP.
Yes. I'll hide this
I'm
away.
tipping.
To your
I have leader run.
bottom
We can fly.
I am set.
Bottom
Catch.
tower denied.
Temple required. I'm under attack. Double damage.
Fuck, I snapped it.
Killing spree.
I saw that ending from miles.
Nice.
away.
Don't know. Only got that one guy.
Pursuit
It's
of the
bad.
mysteries.
Top tower is under attack. Now you must decide
I just TP down here, so
what
I
comes
don't really wanna.
next.
Now I see.
Look to your top tower.
The temple directs. Trap set.
Look to your top tower. Dire have fortified their structures against attack.
Are labor-intensive work jobs worse than sedentary jobs on your muscles and body? It's very different.
Bottom tower is
I want to say it's very different, the impact that it can have.
now to
Like-
leverage for more.
Elude me not.
Like I've done both, kinda. I've worked on people who are like firefighters and seen, you know,
Another stage
the
of ignorance
wear and tear on their
shed.
bodies from years of working with that. But I've also worked on developers or web designers and shit, and like
By my oath.
it's different type of wear and tear. I don't necessarily want to say the one is
On my
objectively better or worse,
Your top tower
but
is under attack.
overall I would say it's
Your top tower is fallen.
being stationary is probably the worst type of damage you can cause to your body, I guess, over time.
Your top tower is under attack.
But I mean, I've seen people who injured themselves by working too hard and physically
Not yet.
demanding
set.
jobs as well,
Interesting.
or workouts.
In a hidden place with you.
The prize is mine.
I don't have art in 10 seconds.
The snare.
Kill.
The only mystery is how you lasted so long.
We can go rush now.
As the temple
I have art.
requires.
Let's
On
get
your
come
guard.
cover.
Clues to follow.
Yeah, I mean, the general rule, the more I've learned, you know,
Revelation.
from working with massage and so on, is the general rule for humans, which seems to be recurring in a lot of things, like if you look at diet and other stuff as well, is moderation is key. Do anything too much and it's really bad for you in general. That's sort of
Readily.
the recurring pattern.
Now I see.
Dazzle.
It's not time yet. Not yet.
I never miss a trick.
It's fine, push bro, I have art.
On my way. Trap set, so it is revealed. Not yet. I'm not ready. It's not time yet.
Oh,
In pursuit
got
of
me
the
good with that stun.
Double kill. Monster kill. Triple kill.
I'm under attack.
Oh, you bastard. I was just about to side lane.
12 seconds.
Is set. I'll hide this away. So be it. By my faith. May I be worthy of these mysteries. In secret. Set. Yes.
Help him, maybe.
Set.
Run bro, run, they are coming.
Is out.
I'm jumping, I'm jumping.
In secret. The snare is set. Yes. On your guard. The mystery deepens. I know it. On my way. Set.
It's annoying, but I have meld dispel, so
That is clear.
I can
Set.
dispel myself at least. Oh. I guess Yule Scepter.
Trap set.
What a bully. What a bully.
Strange.
Come smoke, guys.
So be it. I vow it. Readily. Snap.
This Tassel is having such a shit game.
Awesome.
Clearly. As the temple requires. Not yet. Then. I'm not ready. It's not time yet. Sensing strength.
I don't know what we're
Dazzle.
seeing.
In pursuit of the mystery.
Kill.
Risk, guys. Risk.
Trap set.
Holy shit. Cargo.
You never could keep a secret. It's not time yet. The temple directs. It's not time yet.
It's a core wisp, he's so strong.
The mystery is set.
This
Takes
is
a lot of hits to kill.
This is clear.
Crucible.
Trap set. Thanks. Blessings. Set.
Greetings, my friend.
I know it. Daedalus.
The enemy's
Yeah, very
middle
chunky
tower
wisp.
passes into history.
Set. In secret.
Invisibility.
They failed their initiation on me pretty hard there. They like used me and then coiled me when I was in the air.
I'm not ready. Interesting. The next destination.
Witness hand. Tremble. Killing spree.
Well played.
Unbelievable.
Readily.
We can push, guys. Not also. I have RP.
On my way. I'm not ready. The snare is set. Clearly. So it is revealed. Trap set. As the temple requires.
Coming, bro. Come.
Not yet. So be it.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
Train.
Well played, bro.
Nice.
So it is revealed.
The enemy's top tower falls to oblivion.
Clues to
This will
follow.
do just fine.
He can go.
Set.
Knowledge check, no whisper.
Elude me not.
Okay, cover guys.
Revelations. Traps. Trail is fresh.
The enemy's top tower
Give my
has
Rasta a little present. Got my bottle.
My purpose is clear.
You have destroyed the enemy's top. The enemy's top barracks has fallen. Step now over the
The
ruins.
snare is set. I vow it.
Maybe I go nullifier here and just put the nail in the coffin, you know. Final nail in the coffin, I think.
TD, TA.
Can you drop the bottle over there?
A secret. Small reward. Trap set. On my double damage.
It's Rasta's in. he's not having a great day, man. Versus snakes and all this.
The hidden ones a smile.
Let's get bot tower, I think, better.
Ready. So be it. Set. Strange.
Okay, I take it bottom guys, I think I can better push.
It's not time yet. Interesting. The snare is set. Yes.
Can I explain why Agnum's good in this game? I mean, it makes sense, but I don't know
On
why.
my way.
Agnum's just good in this game because I feel like they don't have many ways of stopping me controlling the entire map, and also it will deal with their split pushing a bit. So, I don't know,
Clearly.
just seems like it will play very nicely. I also had a lot of farm, so it didn't delay my timings. I was extremely over farmed. Actually helps.
In pursuit of the mysteries. I'm not ready.
Witness! Double kill! Tremble! Triple kill!
So be it.
Coming?
Trap set.
Coming, coming, come.
I sense a mystery.
Unstoppable!
I know it. I know it.
Witness and tremble!
Trap set.
Keeping into traps doesn't trigger the shard silence part? Yes, it does.
The enemy's middle barracks is fallen.
It would be really griefy otherwise. Yeah, it detonates the trap and anything associated with that slows damage silence.
Barracks has fallen.
So it is revealed.
Bottom and runner.
The enemy's bottom tower has been demolished.
It's a trap. The temple directs.
The enemy's bottom tower has fallen.
I don't know what we
I like how it screws him like away from my attacks. My attacks stack up in the air and multiple flying towards him.
The enemy's bottom barracks is fallen. The enemy's bottom barracks crumbles. Mega creeps.
RP in base, guys. Guys, let's go.
Bring me a meal. Bring me a burger, Magnus.
Service of ours calls.
Free burgers. Let's eat burgers, right? Well played.
Thanks for game.
Same. Good luck next.
Yes.